It's Wolverine football, Coach's Corner, as the Wolverines get ready to start the playoffs tonight against the Northside Grizzlies. And Coach Pratt joins me from the den. And first off, Coach, congratulations on an 8th consecutive playoff berth. I don't know of another school split in our state's history where the first 8 years of existence, the program has made the playoffs. So congratulations on that.
Thank you. It means a lot to us. I think more impressive than anything is we've hosted a home playoff game all 8 years. So, in the whole scheme of things, that means you're in the upper top four of the eight. So every year that we've been in existence is that. We're obviously not satisfied with just making the playoffs, and it's a deal where we're trying to push to the next level and always try to get better. And there's always things we need to work on.
So talk about how you get your team to kind of refocus after last week's disappointment.
We made a pact not to talk about the way that we played last week. We were pretty hard on them on Saturday, and just really disappointed and not coming out and playing like you're. If you play like you're capable of playing and you get beat is one thing, but when you just completely don't play the way that you can, it's frustrating, and that's all on me as a head coach, and I'm gonna take full blame for it. And just like I told them, I was hard on them, I was hard on myself, and what we've got to do is forget about that and move on. And one thing that we told our kids is the only thing that's keeping us from winning the game on Friday is if we're still dwelling on what happened last Friday. And so, we want to focus up and forget it, and learn from it, try to get better, and figure out ways to improve ourselves. Look at some film and what we need to do different, and take care of it. That's kind of what we do.
I know the two programs are kind of familiar because you've had a lot of exhibition benefit games with Northside. You've only officially played them once, and they came up here and upset you back in 21. So a little bit of I'm sure that sticks in the back of your mind also.
We definitely talked about that this week. These seniors were sophomores at the time, and we hosted a playoff game. And they did come up here, and they physically mauled us. I think they rushed for 300 some yards, and they had two really good running backs and huge offensive line. And we had some guys out. We had lost both our starting tackles that year. One of them being Lane Jeffco with an ankle injury, and the other Jonathan Medley had broken his leg in the Bentonville game. And so it was a combination of things that didn't work out very good for us. But yes, they physically beat us up, and we reminded them of that, and you look at that, you try to motivate them in any way possible, but it comes down to us just playing. And then if we play the way we're supposed to play, we can play with anybody. And if we play like we did last week, it'll be a struggle. If we play like we did Southside, then it'll be fine. And so that's what we're trying to do, is get our confidence back. And one thing that we've been playing with the last few weeks is a lot of confidence, and losing a game like that to rivals is tough on that. But we're going to work to get that back and come out and play hopefully Wolverine football and get a win and go to the second round.
Now, Northside's got a new coaching staff. What do you take away from what you've seen from them so far?
Well, Coach Curry was there as a defensive coordinator back when the older head coach was there, the guy that was there when we first started. And so when they had Coach Curry, he wanted to change some stuff as far as like their offensive scheme, so that instead of being like they were 2 years ago where they're double tight, pound the football at you, they're a little bit more like we are, 5 wide, throw the football about 65-70% of the time, a lot of quick dumps, but they have some really athletic guys that they can get the ball in their hands. And it's the same thing on defense. They got great athletes to be able to fly around. Sometimes they've had some really bad luck this year. You watch them sometimes on film, and they look really good, and sometimes on film they don't look so good. And I think he's still trying to get them right. I think they struggle with some discipline problems down there, and you can kind of tell the way they play. Sometimes it's really good, and sometimes it's not so good. So he's trying to find that happy medium and be able to start winning some games.
And being at home tonight, you mentioned it a little bit, but it's a big deal. The crowds have been really good, I've thought, this year.
have been really good. I'm sure that this year has been a little different as far as like the weather. It's never been like a frigid cold game, and so that's been good. And we've been playing well, so people have been coming out, and hopefully they'll come out this week and forgive us for the way we played last week. It is a playoff game, and man, we just visited our kids this week. About 40% of kids in Arkansas are probably checking it in right now, and after this week there'll be 50% of those that are left, and et cetera, et cetera, et cetera down, and so you got to just make sure you win the week. You can't have, oh, I coulda, shoulda, woulda done it this way. You got to make sure that you go out and play well, and it's do or die. You're either ending the season or you're moving on to the next week. And you got to play everybody. So, everybody talks about the seeds. Oh, you're a 3 seed. You could have been a 2 seed. Whatever. You got to play everybody to win it. So, might as well get them over with.
Yeah. All right. Thank you, Coach. Good luck tonight.
I appreciate it. Thank you.